Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going over the top teams for the Stomper boss. I'm going to lead it off with the team which is one of the most free to play friendly teams here, early game team. With the overcharge spell, Mikola in the back, Lily May and Odie in there as well, Sonja buffing up Marilee and Odie. I think these are going to be heroes that a lot of maybe even early game players have decided to build up. And I wanted to give this team a try. Now, for hard difficulty today, as long as your resonating level is high enough, even at free-to-play resonating levels, it is going to be possible for you to clear this boss. I'm going to show you some different team options you can try. Basically, depending on whichever heroes you have, you can try the team options that I'm now about to show you. Mikola charms are going to be a little bit important for Stomper. As you guys saw over there, Mikola was about to die, but she procced her invincibility thanks to her charms. So if you can get Mikola charms, they're going to really help you out. And you only need a purple charms. And now because it is we're getting a lot of golden essence, crafting the purple charms is pretty cheap in comparison. I would recommend for all of your Dream Realm heroes, try to get their purple charms at the minimum. And then if you can go beyond that, you should go for that as well. But yeah, purple charms onto all of them, and then for your key heroes, getting them epic. Okay, I'm going to try it again on epic difficulty and see how much this is going to do. I also want to watch, I want to see whether the overcharge spell, yeah, okay, the overcharge spell is not going to allow the Mikola to cast ultimate before the boss silences your team. In which case, overcharge spell is probably not going to be the best option. It's going to be better for you to run the Frostfall, because Frostfall overall is a better artifact, is more offensive compared to overcharge, which, yeah, like you're not even able to cast your ultimate before the boss silences your team. And that was really the only reason you would want to go for that. So we'll try this team again with Frostfall spell. But we'll just skip run it to see what type of score you can accept or expect. Okay, 11 seconds left. I want to see Marilee's damage in this fight, because there is another team very similar to this that you can try and run. Yeah, Marilee's damage was not bad. So this is a not bad team you can run, but I'm going to try it with Frostfall spell. I think it's going to get a new record because, yeah, the overcharge spell is not going to be fast enough. But who knows, maybe Frostfall spell will cause the team to wipe earlier. Okay, it's a very minor difference, but it does seem better, and I would recommend the Frostfall spell. Basically, today, there are two artifacts. The pay-to-win artifact is the Surging spell, and that is the overall best for pretty much all of the teams. But Frostfall spell is a really close second. So you can run the Frostfall spell and do well as well. Okay, so we had that team. Now what I want to show you guys is another no Reinier team. And it's going to be exactly the same. And if you wanted to see the formations of these, the early game team is going to be here. And then the no Reinier team is going to be this one, basically Bonnie rather than Muriel. And but we should run it with the Frostfall spell, not the overcharge spell, because Frostfall is doing better due to the offensive stats it provides, and then also a little bit of damage boost. You would think, like, you know, ultimate based activation artifacts would not be good for Stomper because he silences you for such a long duration of the fight. But the thing is, the offensive stats of Frostfall are really good. Attack and haste and a high amount of attack, and then whenever you do trigger the effect, it's some bonus damage, right? And I guess it does help you clear the snowman a little bit faster, but not by like a meaningful amount really. But this team is better than the Marilee team, or it should be, because Bonnie's Supreme Plus ability is going to cause your magic damage dealers to hit harder, both Odie and Lily May, who are your key damage dealers on this team. But yeah, there's going to be a little bit of RNG with Stomper, especially the timing of his like Dragon Breath attack. If your heroes are in the front line to take that, then they're in trouble. Like Mikola is just going to get blown up there, but it's the end of the match. And yeah, really good score here, 60.8%, and the damage output was mainly Odie. But yeah, Frostfall spell is the way to go. If you have the Surging spell artifact, go for that one. It is a little bit better than Frostfall on average. But that is going to be pretty much it. So that is a no Reinier early game team. Now there's a Talene team as well. Raguto uses to clear it on hard difficulty at his free-to-play resonating level. He ran it with the Snowman artifact, but I think it would just be better with the Frostfall artifact. But you can try both. And we're going to give this team a shot. Now in epic difficulty, I don't think this is a great option. Yeah, because I don't know how much uptime Talene is going to get of her ultimate, and that, okay, well, that's really good. She's able to cast her ultimate before getting silenced by the boss, which is pretty good. But let's see what happens here. Okay, and if you're having survival issues, you can switch for Snowman Artifact. But for hard difficulty, even at free-to-play resonating levels, you should be able to look for the kill, like the execution. And so you want as much damage as possible, so Frostfall probably will make the most sense. And for epic difficulty, I mean, this is actually doing pretty well. This is doing pretty well. This is doing better than the other two teams you've tried so far. Talene is honestly doing way better than you would ever expect in a boss like Stomper, who denies your ultimate. I guess that's kind of the weird thing, right? Like, Stomper does deny your ultimate, but there are still, like, windows of opportunity for you to cast. And then Talene gets a lot of value. Like, that was the best team we've shown so far. Reinier and Talene, if you only have those two and maybe not the twins or other heroes built up, then that can be a good team for you. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys his budget team. It is very similar to the teams we've already shown, like the Bonnie version. But basically, if you don't have Bonnie, but you have these other heroes, you have Reinier Mythic Plus, you can run this with the Frostfall spell or Surging spell. Like we said, Surging spell is going to be a little bit better on average compared to Frostfall. Not by a huge amount, but basically in these more budget or free-to-play friendly teams, I wanted to just run the Frostfall spell because that is more relatable and obtainable for most players. But Lily May is a good damage dealer. Basically, Lily May, Marilee, all of these heroes can kind of fulfill the role of, like, if you don't have Bonnie, you can play Lily May. The thing is, if you don't have, like, Reinier Mythic Plus, or if you don't have Sonja, like, ideally Mythic Plus or above, then things become a little bit awkward because, like, there's not, like, a direct replacement for those heroes. And so then you're just going to have to mix and match and try different things based on what heroes you have. But I would try maybe Thorin because he also provides a debuff, like if you didn't have Sonja. Okay, this team is doing way, way better than I expected. Wow, okay. I mean, 25.7 billion, that is way better than even the Bonnie team. And this is not even using Bonnie. This is crazy. Like, Lily May really went off here with the Frostfall spell. This is a really good score. Like, considering the fact that it's not using, like, twins, it's not using, like, yeah, the pay-to-win artifact, I really recommend this team. Okay. Now we have Yoshi's team. Oh, wait a second. The no Reinier. Okay, I showed you a no Reinier version of Bonnie. Okay, that is why I did so. The Reinier version with Lily May does well, but now Yoshi's team. Yeah, we have Yoshi's team. This is going to be even better. Basically, this is Bonnie in the position where Lily May was in the previous run. This is going to be better than the Lily May team. But the Lily May team did really well as well with Reinier. But this one is going to do a little bit better because Supreme plus a Bonnie ramping up Odie's damage. And Bonnie herself contributes a pretty good amount of damage as well. But yeah, we have a lot of teams to go through today, guys. But hopefully there will be something that will fit your account the best based on all of these different options that we're showing. And it will, when you have your own account, you might not be able to copy some of these teams exactly, but then you can try and mix and match and experiment a bit with the options you have and try to get your best score. Because yeah, it's going to be basically impossible to make a video that is catered towards every single person's account. So I just try to like pick a diverse range of teams which are doing the best for most people. Okay, so this did around the same as Lily May. Like, Lily May did a little bit better, but they're really, really close. So you can run either team, basically, depending on which hero you have. But I really like the Lily May version because I think a lot more players have Lily May as compared to Bonnie. Okay, now we have some interesting teams. We have a Traxxas team with Valka. Basically, Valka instead of Sonja. So we were talking about what can Sonja be replaced by. And Valka is a pretty good option because she also buffs up your allies, right? She's going to give attack speed buff to all of your allies here. And Bonnie and Odie especially. And also, she has some true damage. However, the problem is she's not going to be casting ultimate that frequently because of the fact that the boss is going to silence her. But either way, she is a good attack speed buffer for your team. Kind of a replacement for Sonja. Even in the Primal Lord team right now, she is a replacement for Sonja. Valka is. And so Valka, yeah, I guess is the hero that you would want to think about if you don't have Sonja built. Now, Sonja is definitely better. Don't get me wrong. However, Valka is not a bad option either. And Surging Spell would be the best, but Frostfall is like a second best option. Let's see, this is doing pretty well. I don't think it's going to beat out the Lily May Reinier team that we showed, but it's coming pretty close, right? And it is very similar. It has very similar heroes in it. But yeah, okay, that is a overall really decent score considering the fact it doesn't even have Sonja in it. But it does have Reinier at Mythic Plus. Okay, now we have a Twins team without Reinier. And now this is going to be great if you guys built the Twins, but you don't have Reinier at Mythic Plus. It's going to be Elijah in the front, Lila in the back. So blue-haired in the front, pink-haired in the back, Sinbad, Sonja linked. You're going to have Mikola off to the side and Kruger for the physical defense debuff with the Surging Spell. I'm running with Surging Spell because I don't know, I feel like if the people already have Supreme Plus Twins, they're probably going to be spending and have it, but don't worry, if you don't have Surging, replace it for Frostfall. That goes for all of the teams today. And if you do have Surging, replace the Frostfall I showed you with Surging, because Surging is going to be a little bit better on average, especially for Stomper, because you're not casting ultimates that frequently, and the Surging spell will activate periodically every like 9 to 12 seconds, and so it will not be based on your ultimate casting. But this is a really cool team. Wow, this is doing really good. I think that, yeah, this is going to be probably our highest score so far using the Twins. And this is what when I made my video yesterday about the Celestial Hypergene priority, this is one of the reasons I prioritize Twins so highly, is because they can work with a wide range of damage dealers, and they can allow you to get, like, look at this, we're getting the second best score today with the Twins and Stomper, which is a boss you think would counter the Twins, and like, you can compete for top ranks just with this team. You don't need to have, like, a bunch of Celestial Hypergenes, you can just have a really solid Twins team. Okay. But of course, Supreme Plus on the Twins is going to ramp that up. That was I'm really impressed with that team. Okay, but now we're going to show the all-time best team of today, which is come up with by Milan and Becky. You're going to have Reinier position swap the Sonja. It is a Reinier Twins team. You're going to have Elijah in the front, I believe. Yeah, Elijah in the front. The formation is kind of confusing in the preview. But you can have Elijah in the front, Lila in the back, so pink-haired in the back, Sonja, and Sinbad. And Reinier position swap the Sonja and Mikola up in the front. Some people have had better success with Mikola in this position, buffed by Sonja, but overall the highest score I've seen has been in this position with the Surging spell. It is a pay-to-win team. However, Frostfall spell is a good alternative as well. So we're going to watch the run, and if we don't get a really high score, I'm going to try again. So the highest score I've seen today is like 79% of the boss's health. But the crazy thing is the Twins with no Reinier comp did almost as much. The Twins honestly are insane. They're just the craziest hero to release in this game. Definitely for pre-Endless, and I'm expecting for Endless is going to be pretty similar. But of course then Forester will become much more relevant and meta and needed. Okay, Mikola going to go down a little bit prematurely there. I wonder whether that was bad RNG or if that is intended to happen. Either way, let's see. So far it's still looking pretty good for our team. 15 seconds left. The damage is still pouring out. Sinbad needs to not die here. Sinbad gets Yeti celled. Okay, not great. Yeah, okay. So there's definitely looking like RNG involved in this team. We're going to do a couple of skip runs with this team, and we're going to see what we can actually get. And if this is still not working, I might even try Mikola in the different positioning like I was showing you guys. And when we do get a good run, I'm going to take a look at the replay, and we can see what happened to make it so good. Okay, this was a bit of an upgrade, but nothing amazing. We want to go for higher than that. Like I said, 79% or a bit higher is the top score I've seen today. And it has been with the Surging spell, but I wonder whether Frostfall spell would be an option to consider as well. Okay, I'm gonna try a couple of skip runs with the Frostfall spell just to see what type of scores we're getting with it. Let's see. Okay, 74.3 is pretty close, right? It is pretty close. I think we'll go back to the Surging, and we're going to try it a couple more times, and then we're going to have Mikola off to the side of the Reinier. Yeah, 75.1. They're all really close. I'm going to try Mikola off to the side of Reinier. Let's see what we can get. Okay, that was a new record. I mean, not by much, right? 76%. But it is better than before. This is really going to be tough. Yeah, the top ranker has gotten the good RNG with this team comp. Let's just keep trying it a few more times. Yeah, but honestly, we've already gotten pretty... What is amazing to me is the Twins no Reinier team doing so well. Like, when we compare the scores, the Twins no Reinier team came really close to this top scoring team that we got. Like, if we take a look at it here, 27.7 billion, right? And our top is 28.5 billion or 28.8 billion with the twins and Reinier. Which is crazy that it came so close. Okay, we're gonna try a few more runs. Let's watch out this run and see what happens. Because I think it probably is up to the RNG of Mikola dying too early. You don't want the Mikola. So then I would think that having her with the buff of Sonja would be better. Because I don't think the twins are at risk of dying, right? And then you don't need to have the twins buffed up. It would make more sense to have Sonja buffing up Mikola. Like, all other things equal. I don't think the twins are at a risk of dying here, right? Okay. And also it's about the RNG of how quickly you clear the Yeti cell. I mean, this run is looking pretty good, right? You need to clear that quickly. Twins cast their ultimate. Okay, looking good. Everyone's alive. Mikola's still alive. I mean, this is looking like a good run. Honestly, if like this doesn't get a record, I don't know. Because I think it's just about the RNG of how quickly you can clear the Yeti cell. Yeah, honestly speaking, guys, I think it's going to be really difficult for me to get a higher score than this. I think this is about the limit. Like, that looked like almost a perfect run. Maybe it's just because Sinbad is not Paragon upgrade on this account compared to other players who are Paragon 4 Sinbad. Because otherwise, like, everything went pretty much perfectly, and we got almost the same score as our top score right now. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Good luck getting a top score in the Snow Stomper boss today. But that is going to be it for this one. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now. And thank you for watching.